Hey everyone, welcome to the OklaRoots YouTube channel. In today's video, is not so much a tutorial. Today we're going to play with a tool. And I saw that it was really made for scrapbookers, but I thought maybe, just maybe we could use it in bags in some way. This is the photo sleeve fuse tool, and we'll see. I don't have high hopes for this with us, but we're going to try it. It is a tool from We Are Memory Keepers, and it seems like it gets very hot on the tip and you can use it to melt clear protective plastic coatings. So this is specifically for like the clear photo sleeves, but I thought maybe it would get hot enough and we could use it with our clear vinyl we use in bag making to have a little bit of fun. So I ordered this off of Amazon. I also ordered the mat that goes with it. This is how it arrived. Not in the best shape, but I think it should be okay. So we're gonna try it out. The cool thing about the mat is that it has like a little pocket, so when you have it hanging on your table, it like can hang off the edge, and apparently you can like, it's like a holster. Like you can put your tool in there. I don't know. So if you have this tool and you like to use it, please leave a comment down below. If you already know this is not going to work, go ahead and put a comment down below. We'll give it a try together. I am going to actually try to make a fun clear window for our ID pockets. So we're going to make an ID pocket and we're going to use some glitter and some pieces of clear vinyl. We're going to see if we can seal it shut really nicely and then sew it into the ID window. I have no expectations here, so join me. Okay, so let's first get started by opening this little sucker up and we will read the instructions. We'll read the instructions. I haven't done a video going over a new tool in a while, and I kind of notoriously don't read instructions, and my comment section got angry about that. So I will do my best to read the instructions. So this is our little tool. I'm assuming this is like a soldering iron. So we have our little tool here. This is cool. This is some sort of a ruler. Oh, I like it though. That's a pretty neat little ruler. We have a ruler. I believe this is probably a stand for it so it doesn't burn anything. And then we've got a couple of attachments here that I'm not going to take out because I will lose. So let me read the instructions. Oh, so you can use this to cut or... Okay, so I wonder if you guys can see. Can you guys see? There are two tools here. There's a tool to fuse and a tool to cut. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. How do we want to do that? That's pretty cool. I feel like you could, like, okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do right now because there's a lot we could do with that. I like this idea. I think I'm going to try something a little weird. So first, let's get this thing heated up. So I'm going to get the cord out. We have to have it reach quite a bit. Oh, I really hope this works, because if it works, it'll be so cool. Okay, so this is really interesting. This little guy right here, see that little guy? That's actually your fusing tip. And this guy right here, this is your cutting tip. Very interesting. This reminded me of a rotary cutter, which is why I thought it was for cutting. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to insert this in here. So, okay, it just screws in. That's nice. And then we're going to, how do you turn this on? Is there an on button? Hey, how do you turn it on? 10 minutes? Okay, yeah, okay. So once you plug it in, it starts heating up. Luckily, it takes a while. So it says it's going to take 10 minutes. So let's prep out the idea. I am going to lose this little guy. Where do I put this? All right, I just put that off to the side for now. This is really neat too because you can use this to help you make sure you get straight lines. But I have an idea. My biggest concern with this is that this is for the plastic sleeves for photographs, which is considerably thinner than the clear vinyl that I'm going to be using. However, the fact that you can use it for cutting and for fusing is really neat because I think, let's prep this, okay? I'm going to draw out how big my clear vinyl, or I'm going to cut these down. So when I do my ID, I'm just going to do one. When I do my ID window, this has to be, I think, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. The clear vinyl cut for the ID window is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So I'm gonna cut both of these down to that size. Okay, so now on the clear vinyl side here, I'm gonna just draw a heart. This might work. It's kind of a big heart, but we're gonna try it out. It's probably too big. That's okay. Okay, so I did my best to draw a heart. Now, I'm gonna grab a scrap piece of this clear vinyl and I'm just gonna see if it works. Because if it doesn't work on this clear vinyl, that's okay. We could use more lightweight clear vinyl, but I would really like it to work here. It works. Yes, it works. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, okay, okay. This is cool. This is really cool. How do we want to do this? I'm not sure if you can see, but it leaves kind of like a dotted, it's not perforated, but it looks perforated. I think it needs to be a little bit hotter. I don't think it's quite hot enough yet. All right, that's better. So you got to go really slow, especially with how thick this is. Okay. Okay. I think this will work. So I'm going to take one of my clear pieces of vinyl. This might be hard for you to see because it's clear. And I'm just going to lay it on my mat. And then I'm going to grab some glitter. So I have this fun glitter here. And let's do the purple one so it's easier for you to see. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of this glitter right in the middle. Let's do a little bit more. Oh, great. Now I'm gonna have glitter on me for the rest of the day now. Oh, dear. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get this to come over. My cord's not quite long enough. So now I'm going to grab my clear vinyl that I have a little heart drawn on. So I thought maybe we could create like a fun little window. Maybe. And so I'm going to just lay this over. We need more glitter, don't we? Oh my gosh. I didn't even touch it and the glitter, it's like magnetized. It just comes right up there. Let's put some more on there. Yes. Glitter, glitter, glitter. So now I'm just going to lay this over. So I have 2 pieces of my clear vinyl now with some glitter in between them. And now I'm going to take my little tool here and I'm going to carefully go around on my drawn heart. And I'm going to try to fuse these 2 pieces together. It's going to be a little hard because the glitter is in between where my lines are. And I'm also losing the lines because I'm smearing it off. Move that glitter down a bit. There's a lot right there. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, so there's most of it done. I'm going to go to the back side and I'm going to go over it on the back side too. Maybe that will help it really fuse in place or it will rip it. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. No, it's not ripped. It's not ripped. It's not ripped. Now, I know this is kind of a wonky looking heart, okay? I am an artist, but I'm a bag artist. I am not a drawing artist. So we get what we get with this. My goal right now is just to make sure it's completely sealed so that none of that glitter gets out, even though so much of the glitter has already gotten out. So it doesn't get terribly hot. I would say about as hot as a glue gun. So yes, it can burn you, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. You can touch the material right after you get done fusing it. I am not noticing any tears, which was my concern by doing it on the front and the back. I feel like it looks pretty good. I mean, we'll look down here. You see it? I mean, it's clearly a heart. It is a wonky heart, but it is a heart drawn by Jessica, so it's going to be a wonky heart. But I feel like that's really cool. So I'm going to try to get some of this glitter out from around outside the heart, which I brought glitter into my sewing room and it will never leave now. What was I thinking? Let's close this up before I tip that over. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Okay, I am going to turn this off so that it can cool down and then I can try the cutting tool. And it looks like there's not an on and off switch for this, but instead it's just plugged in. So if it's plugged in, it's on. So I would say definitely be careful. Treat it like a hot glue gun when it comes to kids, because if it is, it doesn't look hot. It's not red, but it is. It's hot. So definitely be careful with kids in this tool. However, if you're supervising them, I think you can have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I'm going to move this little mat out of the way. The mat is pretty cool for as bad as it arrived. The box was all messed up. The mat's actually really cool. I like that. So now I'm going to cut out the frame for the ID window just like I normally would. I'm going to use pink chalk pencil for that so you can see it, but not too much. And there is an SVG available for this window frame if you'd like to use that. I'll have it linked down below. There's also a printable. We have 3 different options for these windows. You can print it out and cut out your template and then trace it. You can get acrylic templates, which is my favorite, or you can use an SVG if you're comfortable with that. I need more lead. So once I have that window traced out, then I just cut it. There we go. And then for cutting out the middle, I find it's easiest just to cut right in the center and then cut up to each corner. So you pretty much create 4 triangles when you do this. And once you have those 4 triangles, you can just kind of pull the frame away and carefully cut along each straight edge. The slower you go, the better it's going to look. So take your time here. Oh, I guess I should have drawn my heart different, or I should have done the vertical one because I didn't even realize my heart's vertical. It's okay. It's going to be a sideways heart. It's a little too big anyways. But you see how it's going to... You are probably going to have a better idea than me when it comes to this, but I think this is cool. So I'm going to grab the 1/8 of an inch wide double-sided tape. I have tutorials going over how to do these ID windows in depth, but we can run through it real quick here. And I like to add the double-sided tape just outside of that inner cutout rectangle along all 4 edges, like as close as you can get to the edge without the tape being seen in the end. And then take your little unit, and if you have it right side or wrong side, you should be wrong side up, and lay it over those cuts of tape just like that. And then on the right side, this is how it looks. I think that's cool. Like I said, I feel like most of you guys are gonna have a much better idea. What I wanted to play with was the glitter in between the 2 pieces of vinyl, and then kind of sectioning it off and making sure that this doesn't rip, and it's not ripping. I was very concerned, and it is fused. It's a little sloppy. It's the first time I did it, but it is very cool. So I'm just gonna take this over to the sewing machine and top stitch around all the edges of this at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So with these types of top stitching, I always leave the tails really long and then just tie them into 3 tight knots on the back. Yeah, they're all on the back. That's looking so cute, right? So just like we normally do with the ID, the last thing is we gotta fold over that top edge. So we're just gonna add some double-sided tape right along the top raw edge on the back. Take the paper off of that and then fold this back. I like to fold it back so it's just covering the top of the clear vinyl, but it's not going past the opening of that window, so you're not seeing the raw edge through the window. So we're gonna take this back to the sewing machine and we're gonna top stitch right over that folded over top edge at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. Look at that little ID window with a little heart in it. It should have been drawn differently. Give me a break, okay? Okay, it's been a few minutes and this is definitely cooled down enough for me to remove that head, and instead I'm gonna put on the pointy head, which is supposed to be for cutting. So we're going to screw that on while it's not hot, and then we're going to plug it back in and let it heat up. Okay, so I have my pointy tool all heated up, and this is supposed to be the cutting tool. So I again have 2 layers of my clear vinyl, and I'm just going to see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna cut it or if it's just gonna seal it. Honestly, it seals it. I think that if you pressed hard enough and let it sit for long enough, it would probably cut it. But this could also be a good option for sealing it without the dots. Oh yeah. Like I can see how it would cut it. Let's see if we do the front and back. If you did it enough, yeah. So if you do it enough, it'll cut it. If you do the front and back, you'll have a nice cut. I bet if you just did one layer, of vinyl, it would cut it. Let's try. So let's just do one layer of vinyl and slowly go down. I don't know. Did it cut it? Yeah, it cuts it. Okay. So yeah, this is a cutting tool. But if you doubled up your layers and you didn't let it sit for too long and you didn't put too much pressure, I bet you could just have it seal. I don't know. I'm not good enough with a pen. Yeah, you could do that. You could totally just have it seal. So the cutting option is really cool too. However, I do love that little rolly tool. So this actually ended up being 2 thumbs up. This is awesome. I was really prepared to be disappointed with this. I was not prepared to be disappointed. I was prepared to be creative because my other option, if it didn't work with our clear vinyl, because it's thicker, I was going to try to find some of the photo protective clear pocket vinyl. I don't know, is it vinyl? It's just plastic, but I was going to try to find some of that and just use it with an ID window. It would still work. You don't have to have really thick clear vinyl for these windows. However, this is something you could play with clear bags. So for those of you guys who like making big clear bags, you could definitely get 2 layers of clear vinyl, put some fun sparkles and things like that, seal off a design like a snowflake or something for the holidays. I mean, that'd be so cool. I feel like there's so many options with this. So if you have this tool and you use it, I would love to know what you use it for. If you think you want to get it and you have some other ideas, I would love to hear it. I did not try this on my the pink vinyl. I'm not quite sure. I'm afraid that the coloring or something is going to ruin the tip, so I didn't try it on that. But if you do, let me know. I hope this video was fun for you. It was really fun for me. I would love to hear your opinion about this. And if there's any other tools out there you want me to try, leave a comment down below. I will go grab it and try it out and see if we could use it in bag making. I hope you're having a great day. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Get out there and make something. Bye, guys.